What's up, planet Earth? Hollywood here on today's episode of Hollywood's Shakespeare Sunday. Romeo and Juliet, Act 3, Scene 3. Scene 3, Friar Lawrence's cell. Enter Friar Lawrence. Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity. Enter Romeo. Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintances at my hand that I yet know not? Too familiar is my dear son, with such sour company I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom. What less than doomsday is the prince's doom? A gentler judgment vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment. Ha! Banishment be merciful, say death, for exile hath more terror in his look. Much more than death, do not say banishment. Hence, from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide. There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished is banished from the world, and hence world exiled is death. Then banished is death mistermed, calling death banishment. Thou cuttest my head off with the golden axe, and smallest upon the stroke that murders me. O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness, thy fault our laws call death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law and turned thy black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest is not. This torture and not mercy is heaven, where's Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing, live here in heaven and may look upon her, but Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courtship lives. In carry-on flies that Romeo they may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal immortal blessings from her lip, who even in pure and vestal modesty still blush as thinking their own kisses sin, but Romeo may not. He is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. And sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp grounded knife, no sudden mean of death, though near so mean, but banished to kill me, banished, O friar, the demand. Use that word in hell, howlings attended. How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and a friend professed, to mangle me with that word banished? Thou fond madman, hear me but speak a word. Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment? I'll give thee armor to help off that word. Adversity's sweet milk philosophy to comfort thee, though thou art banished. Yet banished hangs up philosophy, unless philosophy can make a Juliet. Displant a town, reverse a prince's doom. It helps not, it prevails not, talk no more. Oh, then I see that madmen have no ears. How should they, when that wise men have no eyes? Let me dispute with thee of thy estate. Thou canst not speak if thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet, thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt's murdered, doting like me and like banished, then midst thou speak, then mightst thou tear my hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave, knocking within. Arise, one knocks, good Romeo, hide thyself. Not I, unless the breath of heart-sick groans midst like enfold me from the search of eyes, knocking. Hark, how they knock! Who's there? Romeo, arise. Thou wilt be taken. Stay a while, stand up. Knocking. Run to my study, by and by God's will. What simpleness is this? I come, knocking. Who knocks so hard? Hence come you, what your will? Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet. Welcome then. Enter nurse. O holy friar, oh tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo? There on the ground, with his own tears made drunk. Oh, he is in my mistress's case, just in her case. O woeful sympathy, piteous predicament, even so lies she's blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand up, stand, and you will be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Why should you fall into the deep so? Nurse? Ah, sir. Well, death's the end of all. Spackest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Doth she not thank me and an old murderer? Now I've stained the childhood of our joy with the blood removed but little from her own. Where is she, and how doth she, and what says my concealed lady to our cancelled love? Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weep and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again. As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her, as the name cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion, drawing his sword. Hold thy desperate hand, art thou a man? Thy from cries thou art. Thy tears are womanish, thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast, unseemingly woman in seeming man, or ill-beseeming beast in some seeming both. Thou hast amazed me by holy order. I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hath thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slain thyself, and stay that thy lady so that lives in thee by doing damned hate upon thyself? Why railest thou on thy birth, the heaven and earth, since birth and heaven and earth all three do meet in thee at once, which thou at once wouldest lose? Fie, thou shamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit, which like an unsure aboundest in all, and usest none that true used indeed, which should bedeck thy shape, thy love, thy wit. Thy noble shape is but a form of wax, digressing from the valor of a man. Thy dear love sworn but hollow perjury, killing thy love which thou hast vowed to cherish. Thy wit, thy ornament to shape and love, mishappen in the conduct of them both, like powder in a skitless soldier's flask, is set afire by thine own ignorance, and thou dismembered with thine own defense. What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive for those dear sake. Thou wast but lately dead. Thou happy? Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There are thou happy too. The law in thy threatened death becomes thy friend, and turns it into the exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessing lights upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array, but like misbehaved and sullen wench, thou poutest upon fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look thy stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon to the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten to the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them seem apt unto Romeo is coming. O Lord, I could have stayed all the night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is, my lord! I tell my lady, you will come. Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide. Here, sir, a ring she bid give you, sir. Hie you, make haste, for it grows very late. Exit. How well my comfort is revived by this. Go hence, good night, and here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised here hence sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that hence here. Give me thy hand, 'tis late, farewell, good night. But that a joy past joy calls out on me, it were a grief so brief to part with thee, farewell, exit. That's it for today's show. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave some comments below. Share this with everybody that you know, and subscribe.